Hello everyone, welcome to this new episode of the Research Advice series. In today's series, I'm going to talk a little bit about the influence of artificial intelligence on research publishing. So we all know that artificial intelligence has been affecting our lives in various ways, from online shopping to communication, transportation, and everything. So and research publishing field is no exception. There are lots of tools, AI-based tools that help us in performing our research activities better. But today, I'm going to talk particularly about two websites, two research databases that are artificial intelligence based. So these particular two websites employ machine learning, semantic interface. What I mean by semantic interface is they use the logical expressions and language-based search methods as opposed to the keyword-based search methods in Google Scholar, PubMed, Web of Science, and Scopus. So they would help us in more enhanced knowledge discovery to extract particular relevant articles. So in a sense, you can think these research databases as your assistant to understand your needs better and help you in identifying research goals more effectively and efficiently. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna demonstrate these particular tools, and I hope that you will find them useful. So hey, so the first AI-powered research database that I'm going to discuss today is called Microsoft Academic. Many of you have already known, or some of you may not have known about this website. So obviously the name suggests it's from Microsoft. And if you type academic.microsoft.com, then you'll get this website. So before I move on to demonstrating the tool on Microsoft Academic, I'd like to give you a quick introduction to what Microsoft Academic is. It's as it suggests in the website, it employs advances in machine learning and semantic inference and knowledge discovery to help researchers explore scholarly information in more powerful ways than ever before. So what that means is it uses the different algorithms to understand the type of research and uses the intention of your search and provides you the most relevant articles, relevant authors, relevant institutes, and things like that, and whole lots of data that you would require for your purpose, for the best that provides the best results. So it's not a kind of a keyword-based engine. It's for instance, PubMed, Google Scholar, and others are kind of keyword-based engine, but this is a semantic. Semantic means kind of based on logical or language. So it understands the intention of your search and then provides the most relevant results. So and the Microsoft Academic itself says that it employs intelligent reading, which is a natural language processing to understand and remember the knowledge conveyed in each document, and applies this technique known as semantic inference to recognize the user's intent and to proactively deliver results relevant to user's intention. So there are lots of things that you could do, and I would recommend you to go through the blog post and frequently asked questions to understand a little bit more. But let's have a quick demonstration of this tool and see what we can explore from this website, or what kind of data we extract from this, we can get from this particular research database. So I'm going to demonstrate a little bit about my kind of area of research, which is myopia. So I'm going to type myopia and see what the suggestions are. So as you can see, their suggestions are different. So myopia in relation to physiopathology, surgery, physiology, epidemiology. So I think I would better kind of wait until these kind of suggestions come in this drop down menu here in this search bar. So and in order to get the most accurate results, so for instance, if you're looking for epidemiology, so click that one, it'll give you the kind of the list of articles that are relevant to myopia epidemiology. So if let's look from the left hand side, then you can choose the there are lots of filters, so you can choose the date from which kind of the duration of the period of time that these articles are published, or you want them to be presented on this website, listed on this website, and the topics that most of this myopia is what are the top topics on which myopia is based. So medicine, optometry, refractive error, demography, population, ophthalmology, and things like that. So most of the epidemiologic articles are published as journal publications. Top authors, here you can see who are the top authors of myopia, what are the top journals that publish myopic epidemiology, what are the top institutions that publish myopic epidemiology, and medical search, medical search descriptors, and whole lot of data. And now if you look at the top, then there's like the result accuracy. What do you think the accuracy of the results are? You can rate the result accuracy. You can sort these articles based on saliency, relevance, which the latest article, oldest article, and most estimated citations. So there are lots of things that you can do from this one. And then if you want to look at the authors and if you know a particular author who has published lots of articles in a particular topic, then you can click here and follow the citations, the articles, everything over the years. So this author, Brian Holden, has published since 1970 to 2020. So, and over the duration of it, there's the high increase in citation. So you can see what are the articles that have cited this particular author, what are the conferences that this author has presented. As you can see, it's none there. What are the journals? You can see the journals there, the type of journals based on their saliency, and the institutions. Even again, the institutions are based on saliency. If you would like to learn more about saliency, you can go through the blog post there. And there is a separate article on saliency, and I think that'll instead of me going through saliency and things like that, I think it's better to go through the blog post. And so yeah, there's lots of things here you could explore. I think one of the best things about Microsoft Academic is you can actually extract the data for the bibliometric studies. So some of the researchers could be interested in bibliometric study of a particular research area. So for instance, you can see who are the top authors, what are the network of the authors that have published in myopia, what are the institute that have collaborated in myopia, and things like that. So it's a very useful tool to understand the bibliometric analysis as well. So that's it for Microsoft Academic, and you can play around with it and see how it could be useful for your research or any other purposes. So thanks. So the next AI-powered research tool for scientific literature that I'm going to discuss today is Semantic Scholar. So it's basically similar to Microsoft Academic, but it has its own particular features. So I will let you kind of explore a little bit more on this. And there are lots of resources. There are data sets that different papers and APIs for automated kind of extraction of the data and things like that. But let's look at the search there. And this time I'm going to do amblyopia search, which is also one of my area of research. So now if we type amblyopia, it'll give you kind of the relevant articles that are there. But if you don't think that are any relevant, then you can search see all results for amblyopia, and it'll give you a list of articles. So and there are different filters, as we saw in Microsoft Academic. There are different filters. So sometimes the same term could be used in medicine and marketing and things like that. So in such cases, I would recommend you to select the kind of the research fields appropriately. Okay, and you can choose the date range from, if you want the latest articles for the last 2 years, you can choose the date range. I think you can do this in Google Scholar as well, but still it is better. And you can choose the articles that only has a PDF. You can choose publication type as journal articles, reviews, study, case report, or things like that. You can choose according to author, who is the author. If you follow somebody who is really into myopia, so for instance, my PhD supervisor, Ben Thompson, so I would like to choose his and then see what are his papers, what are his recent papers. And I'm following his papers according to by selecting these tools. And also we can choose what are the journals, what are the journals that this author has published. And if you want to see the recent article that this author has published in a particular journal, then you can select those kind of things and things like that. Okay, and then you have got the sort by relevance, sort by citation count, sort by most influential papers, sort by recency as well. So I think similar to Microsoft Academic that mentioned saliency, I think it's in Semantic Scholar, it's most influential papers. So there's like most relevant papers. It can be sorted by most relevant papers, most highly cited papers and most influential papers and most recent papers and things like that. So in this as well, I would like you to explore a little bit on this Microsoft Semantic Scholar and see what are the benefits of this particular tool as compared to other traditional tools that you frequently and things like that. So, and in library, I think you can, I suppose, you can create your account and then select a couple of articles in your library, and then this particular tool can recommend you similar articles in your field as well. So which is very good to get updated about your research. And if you want to learn a little bit more about the Semantic Scholar, go to FAQs and see what are the advantages, how does Semantic Scholar shares its data for research, and how can I use this like the data from Semantic Scholar for publication, distribution, and things like that, and all those sorts of things. So it's a kind of whole different new area of research as well, I guess, and also it could be very useful for researchers to identify key papers, highly cited papers that they shouldn't miss in citing in the research, and also sometimes you could go get a completely new information from this kind of data in your field of research. So thank you so much for tuning in. Those were the two tools that I frequently use, and I hope that you will find them useful. Let me know in the comments below how you are using these methods, whether you had known these research databases before, or anything, or particularly how this research databases has been useful to you. And if you have any comments or suggestions regarding the future videos, please put your comments in the comments box below. I'll try to address them as much as possible. Thank you so much. Bye.